Okay, now we will go. I took Rajiv Gandhi's chart because one reason he has Jupiter exalted. It was a time for India also. No, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. Okay, Jupiter became exalted transit, and you have the ex-Prime Minister of India last time. Okay, 1991. It was Jupiter was exalted for India. It was election time. Jupiter was exalted, election time, and you had an ex-Prime Minister. You know, India, what it went through, right? And it was not simple Jupiter's transit. It was Jupiter and Saturn in mutual aspect transit. It was there. So what I say, we are talking about death. No, there is no. You can look at the horoscope. If you see a Nadi perspective, you don't need to see Dasha, Antardasha, or to see or from Lagna or the moon. Look at the horoscope. Why did he die? From you want to apply Lagna and moon and look at it. Where is Jupiter transit? Exalted Jupiter in 12th from moon and Lagna. Why did he die? Anybody can tell me why death cost from the Parasari rule? Only transit. You can even apply Dasha Antardasha also. He was running through his Rahu Makri period. It's there. You can clearly see if you know Nadi astrology, his death is waiting for him. No need Dasha or Antardasha. Only with transit you can tell.
Saturn in 7 in the Rashi chart and 12 in the transit.
Which one?
Saturn from Jupiter.
No. Okay, Saturn. I'll tell you. Death is a very special role, but I will give you more for the class. But I will tell you because I'm telling this chart. Death to happen. Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu simultaneously must get connected. Saturn, Jupiter over Rahu, Ketu over Saturn. Whenever it does, person will die. So there is a lot to this particular rule, but this will apply for this chart. We've got few more roles, but I'm just giving you a glimpse. We will be seeing 10, 15 charts in the class. So Saturn over Ketu, Jupiter over natal Saturn over is Ketu, natal Jupiter over is Rahu, natal Ketu over is Saturn. Everything. You have is Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu all simultaneously there. You will see this in every chart which had death or every chart which had an accident, every chart which is going through a very crisis. This position will always be. You don't need Dasha, you don't need Antardasha. Where it's from Lagna, where it's from Moon, no. It is just what I say, where Rahu, Ketu and connects to your Jiva Karaka and Karma Karaka. Will clearly show that. Very, very important, vital aspects. You can even see Jupiter is Sarvashtavarga is only 22. Jupiter transiting in exaltation sign is only with one Ashtavarga. And the Sarvashtavarga is 20. So the cause of death is Saturn over Ketu, Jupiter over Rahu, Ketu over transit Ketu over natal Saturn. So, okay. This is okay. I have to give you a lot more about death, but this is important to tell you. You can save major calamities, disasters, health issues in life with transit alone, without Dasha Antardasha. What with Rahu and Mercury, what you will see? Rahu in the 12th house, Mercury 2nd and 11th Lord, murdered him. Oh, Maraka, Lord, this, that, Navamsa, Varga, all you'll have to take. It is so obvious in Nadi. When it comes to death, you can bang on, you can say what a person is going through a crisis. Okay, this is a person, uterus removal. This is very easy. Okay, I made a simpler chart for. Tell me. Cancer. Picked up cancer, malign cancer. So the uterus has to be removed. Tell me why. Actually, Jupiter is transiting 11th from the natal Jupiter. Jupiter is transiting 8th from the transit Jupiter, is transiting 8th from the natal Jupiter. Simple as that, right? And that alone that did not give, because what I say, Jupiter alone going bad is not a problem. And transit Saturn over her mass. Mass must always be there for surgeries. So that also plays a vital role. So Saturn over mass and Jupiter in the 8th is the reason. Yes, Padma.
Sir, no doubt in this chart, sir. In general, one request. Sir, in the next month class, can you take one chart and multiple events, sir?
Yeah. Every event I'll be taking. Every event I'll be taking. Death on 15 I'll be taking. Health issue I'll be taking 15. Yogas I'll be taking. So every aspects of life I'll be taking 10 charts. It's a 2-day class, right? So it'll be about 10 events. Marriage 10 charts. Progeny 10 charts. I'll be taking it. Raja Yoga, how Raja Yoga activates in transit alone. I'll be taking 10 charts. I have prime ministers and presidents chart why they won the election. So you will know who will win the election just based on transit. No Dasha, no Antardasha. In a transit, when you're running 2 people, who will win the election just based on transit, I will tell you. Just look at the transit is enough to tell. So every aspect of life, I will take not less than 10 charts. Certain chart more than 15. Health all, I will take a lot of charts. Will be there. So 4 hours class minimum, it will take more. It will at least take 10 hours of class. So I'm just giving you an example for just one aspect of like death. This is what is why a person just from the chart why Saturn natal transit Saturn over a Mars or Jupiter in 8th from itself is giving something like a cancer and uterus, a part of the body removed. No need to say, look at the Dasha and Antardasha or from the moon, you will not make it. You apply Nadi rules, perfect, bang on, you can make any prediction. Okay, lost job. Okay, this person lost the job. Tell me. So lost job, actually Saturn also will play a role. Jupiter and Saturn likely will be there. Jupiter, transit Jupiter over natal retro Saturn and Saturn over natal Rahu. Okay. Okay, maybe so in case you try to apply your general rules, maybe you can say Saturn out from the 10th from Lagna, the moon, 10th from Lagna and moon, own sign, must it lose job? It was over Rahu. And Jupiter was not in 7th from itself. Jupiter was in 7th from itself and over natal Rahu, combined Jupiter with Rahu over Saturn. Saturn is profession and Nadi. So you must understand the Karakatvams from Nadi. So transit Saturn, Jupiter is the 6th lord. Okay, from natal Jupiter, Jupiter the 6th lord with Rahu is over natal Saturn and Saturn is over Rahu. Whenever Jupiter Saturn combines and transits over Rahu Ketu, a very, very, very important negative incident will happen on one's life. There is no operations, no accidents without mass involvement. Okay, this is just the opposite. Join Google with the prestigious, it's Venus. But we wanted to see Venus. In transit, it will be perfect. This person exalted Jupiter. In the horoscope, Jupiter is transiting to the 10th from her natal Jupiter. It's not only this, because Jupiter is not only transiting, it is also in trine to many other aspects. It is in Jupiter in 10th to her Jupiter. Jupiter is here. Okay, Jupiter is over here. So it has Saturn and Venus in trine. It is not Jupiter in 10th to itself. Also has Saturn and Venus in trine. That's the reason. So it's not every time Jupiter goes in the 10th, we'll have professional excellence. You must have auspicious planet supporting. Okay. Okay. This is Sharon Brown. I forgot how much millions I was trying to get it. I have, in fact, in the class, I have about 6-7 lottery winners where you have big money making just from transit, not from Dasha. Big money making. Okay, you make billions suddenly, or all the remarkable events in your life we'll see. But one of them is I have some 5-6 lottery winners, and one of them I've just mapped here. If you look at the Dasha, it is Ketu Saturn. But how do you see from transit? Simple transit. Where is the Jupiter? Jupiter, Venus, she has already. This is a promise, Jupiter, Venus. Both the Dhanakaragas are together. Where is transit Jupiter? Transit Jupiter goes 11th to the Jupiter. In its own side, it is there. Okay. There are some other ways in trying to exalt its sun and trying to Saturn Mars, but okay, we don't need all that. For your understanding, it goes in 11th to natal Jupiter, makes a connection to Sun, Moon, Saturn, and Mars. Why such a big money? Jupiter in 11th house. Will she make every time Jupiter comes to Sagittarius? Depends on the progression of Jupiter. And the time she makes the money, Venus and Mars are in trine. So Jupiter, Venus for money, there is no money coming without Jupiter-Venus connection. So Jupiter is not in 11th from Jupiter alone. Jupiter is in 11th from Venus and Jupiter. And in transit, Jupiter and Venus are making a connection. The reason she made big money. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, we take also Badaka.
Yeah. Every other rule you can take, but take all the Badaka, everything also from Jupiter, and then you take it from Lagna Moon. All other rules will be, yes. So anybody is going to make big money. Jupiter will be in 2nd to Jupiter. Jupiter will be in 11th to Jupiter. And Jupiter, when it makes a connection to Venus, when Jupiter is in 2 and 11 from natal Jupiter, and Venus in the natal or transit chart, you will make big money. Or here it is not only Venus, it's also made in connection to natal 5th house. 5th house is very important for money. 5 and 11, right? Okay, Aishwarya Rai, Miss World winner. So she wins the Miss World competition. Okay, where was Jupiter? Tell me. She has a Neecha Jupiter. Some people put her as Virgo Lagna, some put it as thing, I don't know. The Lagna doesn't matter here for Nadi. As far as transit is concerned. So Jupiter is transiting in the 11th house from her Jupiter. On the day she became Miss World, Jupiter is in the 11th over her Mercury. And what is Mercury according to some? Okay, Mercury is the 9th lord in the 11th house. From Jupiter, Mercury is the 9th lord in the 11th house. Jupiter comes to the 11th house over her 9th lord, Jupiter. So for such a big win, Jupiter must be very well placed. So whenever Jupiter comes to 2 or 11, 5, 7, 9 from your natal Jupiter and connects with very important natal planets, it will very good results. Especially Jupiter in 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 over a particular planet will give full results as long as it is not blocked. On the day, you can see Venus. It is connected with Sun and Moon. Exalted Moon is also aspect. It's not only Jupiter. Now we are only talking about Jupiter. You need for such a big win Saturn also and other planets also. But here only I'm giving you the highlight for Jupiter alone. So if it's incomplete, you can't say she just won because of Jupiter transit. Yes, Saturn, whereas Saturn plays a role. Saturn's connection, Rahu, Ketu, everything will play. But here, to make it simple, I'm just giving you Jupiter to Jupiter. That's all.
Sir, here, so Mercury is in Scorpio. So because it is 9th and 12th lords, and Scorpio is an even sign. So
no. 9th lord, I said not from Lagna. I said 9th lord from Jupiter. Keep Jupiter as Lagna and see.
Oh, okay.
And the victory is not because Jupiter is just in 11th from itself. Keep Jupiter as Lagna and look at the horoscope on that day. What does she have in the 10th house? On transit, she has Venus, Mercury, Rahu in the 10th house, right? Moon exalted from Jupiter. Jupiter is in the 11th house with Sun. So you keep it as Lagna and look at the whole chart on that day. Okay. For a glimpse only, I told you, just look at from just Jupiter to Jupiter, but you will have to see the whole chart. The complete chart. You can't make a result misfall just because Jupiter and Jupiter. No, you cannot see. The whole chart must be seen. Okay, this is a marriage. Happened in a Moon Mars field. Okay. Moon Mars, you go and find out why Moon and Mars. You have to break why Moon, 12th Lord, why Mars in the 8th house. How did Mars in the 8th house give? Simple look in the transit. Jupiter is over or exalted Venus. Simple as that. You apply Lagna rule. Jupiter is in the 8th from Lagna, 12th from the Moon, but it gave marriage. How come? Simple. Jupiter is over exalted Venus and Mars. For a girl, Venus and Mars, Jupiter has to make a connection with Venus and Mars to give marriage. Jupiter is over Venus and Mars in the horoscope. Simple. Definitely Jupiter comes on Venus, Mars. You can mark it and tell if anybody has Venus and Mars, Jupiter over it, unless it is not blocked by Saturn and Ketu, will give marriage. In trine to it itself, it can give, but it's over a planet, it's complete 100% resistance. Anybody has Jupiter or Venus, unless there is a block, Venus is weak or has Ketu or Saturn in trine, it will definitely be marriage. Marriage, you can give a daughter or again through a female. This is a female. So Mars, there are rules for what are the rules for marriage. What will give marriage? There are separate rules. I have to teach you all that for transit. For each thing, for death, there are rules. For money making, what are the rules? But I'm just giving you a glimpse into it, to those rules. There are marital rules also, but simple rule I'm telling you, Jupiter making a connection to Venus. Birth of a son. Tell me, it's very easy. Now, y'all tell me why he had a birth of a son in this time. If you look at Dasha and Antardasha, you will have no clue. You analyze it from even from your moon or Lagna also, you will not find out why you had a birth son. You just apply the rule which I will tell you, you'll clearly know. From natal Jupiter, where is Jupiter? Jupiter is transiting the fifth from natal Jupiter.
Fifth house, sir.
So it's so easy, right? To know why he's got a child.
And in the transit, Venus is also connected with Venus transit and the natal chart.
Yes, both the ways. It's a very auspicious. One of the beautiful transits is when a planet connects with natal and transit at the same time. It's very powerful for marking a result. There are many more subtler rules I have to tell you. In transit in natal, when both are being made, one is made, one not made in transit. All this certain subtleties are there.
Why son? Why not daughter in this case?
Then you will have to see the natal promise. Where is Jupiter in the natal chart?
Natal chart, it is in Cancer.
Cancer is a male sign or female sign? Just by placement of Jupiter alone, no need to see fifth house. Jupiter's position itself, you could say whether it's going to be a male or female. Right? Exalted Jupiter will give generally Jupiter in a female sign will give female child, but Jupiter in exalted in this sign will give male. But there are other aspects to it also. It has Mars in trine to it. Strong Mars in trine to it. And when during birth of the child, you see Mars aspecting natal Jupiter. Natal Jupiter, not transit Jupiter. Exalted Mars during
Exalted Mars aspect.
Jupiter with Sun, Jupiter and exalted Mars is aspecting natal Jupiter, not transit. And Saturn from an odd sign is also aspecting a natal Jupiter. Okay, so this is an example. If anybody wants to give their chart, I can maybe make how this transit going to be. I can tell them.
Yes, sir. Take my chart, please.